Today on the show, I'm speaking with Tellman Knudson, who actually goes through and explains all of the benefits from hypnosis and goes through a couple of amazing success stories which will absolutely blow your mind. So stay tuned. Hi, I'm Natalie Ledwell, and this is The Inspiration Show. And today, my special guest is Mr. Tellman Knudson. How are you, Tellman? How are you today?
I am awesome. How are you?
Great. Where are you coming to us from?
I am in Vermont. I'm in southern Vermont. That's where I live. I'm in my home office at the moment.
And a lovely office, like the artwork and everything behind you there. Looks very explosive and colourful.
Yeah, now, lots of superheroes.
Now, the reason I have you here is because you are somewhat of an expert on hypnosis. And I actually received an email from someone in our community saying, look, you know, they've actually received a lot of benefits from hypnosis and suggested that I do a show. So here we are. So let's just start with a little bit about your background. What's your story?
Sure. Well, in college, I was studying brainwaves, altered states of consciousness, and peak performance. And I apprenticed with several different shamans from around the world, and I was studying brain science and binaural beats, and stumbled on NLP and Neuro-Linguistic Programming, and ultimately hypnosis. And my father, very unexpectedly, had what's called a triple upper aortal aneurysm, which is not a good thing at all. Most people die from a single upper aortal aneurysm, and he actually flatlined twice that day and still managed to come out okay. It was a miracle. And however, he ended up in a chemical coma for about a month and a half while his body recovered from the emergency surgery that they had to do, and we thought he was going to die. And so he had been divorced for quite some time, and so I needed to kind of jump in and take care of his house and that kind of stuff while I was full-time in college. And so it was the end of my junior year. I stopped going to school, but I decided I really wanted to stay focused on something related to my academics. And what I decided to do was take a hypnotherapy certification course. And so I scraped every last dime that I had together. I literally had $13 left in my bank account after I paid for this thing. It was like a $2,000 course or something like that. And that was that. Maybe it was $1,500. And I took the certification course. It was of course, there were about 20 other students, and halfway through the class, I hypnotized the entire room. And we had to do a little group hypnosis session. I hypnotized the entire room. There were two teachers, and so if you can imagine sitting there, and then a big semicircle of lazy boy chairs around you, with about 20 folks sitting in these lazy boy chairs. And then what ends up happening is I go to do the callback at the end of the hypnosis session to wake everyone up, and no one moves. I'm like, crap. What do I do now? I did it again, and no one moves. I'm like, is everyone somehow stuck in hypnosis? What's going on here? And so I got a little louder and a little bit more excited, and I called everybody back, and everybody opened their eyes, and simultaneously both of my teachers came out of the reclined position in the lazy boy. They both sat up, and in unison they said, "Do you want a job?" Because everyone was just so relaxed that they didn't want to come out of that wonderfully relaxed meditative state. They just wanted to stay there because it's so wonderful, right? So like taking a nap in the middle of the day. So.
Right. So you're certified in hypnosis, and originally you did this to help your dad. But what are the benefits of hypnosis? I mean, when I think of hypnosis, I think of those shows where they get people to do crazy stuff on stage, but that's not what we're talking about, right?
Well, we are and we aren't, right? So hypnosis is a very big industry for entertainment, right? It's not what I do, but a lot of hypnotists both do entertainment hypnosis and therapeutic hypnosis. I specialize in therapeutic hypnosis, specifically online, right? So here are the 5 top uses of hypnosis in the world. Right. Number 1, weight loss. Number 2, stress. Number 3, smoking. Number 4, insomnia. And number 5 is pain. And then there's a new one that we found to be the most popular, which is a wealth and abundance mindset type of use. Is basically anyone can use hypnosis to get their brain to do what they want it to do, but doesn't necessarily do naturally, right? And so, sorry, I just came back from a run. I'm sweating a little bit. So basically, the way hypnosis is really a set of tools that you can use to supercharge your brain to be more effective at whatever it is you want to do. But those are the biggest uses of hypnosis in the world. And I saw thousands and thousands of people one-on-one. For 7 years, I was in private practice in Vermont here where I live. I had 6 offices and saw lots and lots of clients myself. And then after that, I realized, hey, I don't want to be limited to my local area as far as people that I can help. I want to really expand things out. So I ended up going and getting really good at building my business online. I spent 7 years focusing all my attention on getting really, really, really good at building an online business for the purpose of then turning around and really expanding my hypnosis practice, which is exactly what we've done. So it's very, very cool. We're hypnotizing thousands of people every single day all around the world.
Awesome. So how does it work? Like specifically, how does the hypnosis help people?
Yeah, so hypnosis is basically accelerated learning, right? So normally if you want to learn how to do something new, you have to use willpower in order to do something on a regular basis. And they say that it takes 30 days in order to establish a new habit, right? Mm-hmm. Well, is that true? Isn't it true? Does it take everyone 30 days for every habit? No. It's a rule of thumb. Right. And so the problem is that when you're doing something over and over and over again, you basically just have to keep doing it until you get bored and your mind is occupied thinking about something else. And that's the point at which it's a habit. That's the point where it's automatic and you do it without even thinking about it. Mm-hmm. That's what a habit is, right? So you want to establish good habits that override bad habits, or good habits to even become stronger or better than the good habits you already have. So think of it as developing new skills, right? Mm-hmm. Normally you have to go through that trouble of repetition over and over and over. Well, hypnosis is really great because it allows you to bypass the conscious mind, which is why it takes so long and why you have to do repetition over and over, and go into that twilight state, that meditation state that we use in so many different areas, everything from standard meditation to hey, I know you guys have a bunch of really cool binaural beat stuff that you've released. Binaural beats help you get into those meditative brain states as well. The question is, what are you going to do with it once you're there? So anyway, the meditative state is a state that you get into very naturally, very easily. But, and again, you can do it through standard meditation. You can use binaural beats. You can do prayer and hypnosis. Hypnosis allows you to use it for practical means, very practical means. So what are those new habits or skills you want to develop? Do you want to start eating really healthy? Do you want to start being truly excited to exercise? Do you want to start naturally being a little bit more frugal, yet naturally going out of your way to find ways of making more money without even thinking about it or being a stress point? You know, those are the types of things that we're looking for. And hypnosis gives you a huge shortcut. You can just dramatically cut down the learning curve and literally learn new habits, new thinking patterns overnight in any area in which you want to improve.
That's incredible. I mean, so what we're saying is, because, you know, what we talk about with law of attraction and all personal development is that not only do you want to have the habits of successful people, but you want to start thinking like successful people. So you're saying that through hypnosis, we can get there much faster.
Way faster. And combine that with something like subliminals when you're awake and alert, using something like mind movies, and you just have a daytime and a nighttime routine to just, boom, make those changes so much faster.
Right, so if you're in like a hypnotic state, well, you could probably call that a peak learning state, and then you would have watched something like your mind movie or you read affirmations and everything, then that they would be absorbed a lot faster.
Yeah, they don't conflict at all. If anything, they're going to really help build on each other.
Right.
Exactly.
Okay.
And you're just going to learn how to get into that state so much easier and so much faster to make whatever changes it is you're looking to make.
Excellent. So can you tell us like a great success story of someone that you've worked with?
Sure. So I'll tell you what. Now, this is a controversial story. This is an extreme story, and I make no medical claims. I just want to tell you, I have no medical claims here. This is just an amazing story about one person, and he was probably not your average individual, right? So I remember I had this office in Queechee, Vermont, and Queechee is up near where Dartmouth College is, and this guy was a med student. He was going for his PhD. He was a type A, top of his class, captain of the football team, star athlete, straight A's, whatever, the whole thing. This guy was a powerhouse, and he decided to become a doctor, And while he was in school and he was training for triathlons and winning them and all this crazy stuff, he ended up getting MS, multiple sclerosis. And the basic idea behind multiple sclerosis is you have your spine and you have, think your spine like a power cord or like a telephone cord. And then you have a rubber layer on the outside of that cord to keep the electricity flowing inside it. And well, in your spine, that's called the myelin sheath. And with multiple sclerosis, basically it's an autoimmune disease. And your immune system, for whatever reason, decides that the myelin sheath is bad and it attacks it. And it makes holes in it like Swiss cheese, which then makes the power coming through your nervous system weaker. That means that all of the muscles in your body, all of a sudden, they stop working. You think fingers move, and your fingers don't move. Yeah. Right? It's not quite paralysis. It's just like it's like the power is reduced in your nervous system. And he came to me out of desperation. He tried everything else. The guy was a standard modern Western medical student. And people of his personality type, actually, strangely enough, MS is very, very common. They just push their systems to the absolute max all the time in everything that they do. So very interesting. And we said, well, why don't we try something experimental here? Why don't we just tell your brain to tell your body to knock it off and stop attacking the myelin sheath and, in fact, to rebuild it. And when we started working together, he couldn't walk up the stairs without me going to the bottom of the stairs and shouldering him up the stairs. By the time we were done, he was training for a marathon, and that was less than a 6-month period. And nothing, he did all the traditional things. Now, can I take complete responsibility for it? Nope. Did we run any medical tests on it to prove that it was hypnosis? No, but I'll tell you, he gave me one big thank you. That was an interesting one. One more that was really interesting was this woman that was about 380 pounds. Okay, she was 48, 380 pounds, morbidly obese. And she had to get knee replacements. She couldn't walk more than 5 minutes without being in excruciating pain because all of the cartilage in her knees was gone because she just ground it down because she weighed so much. She couldn't exercise as a result. She couldn't do sit-ups because she was so big, and she wasn't strong enough to do push-ups. So walking, really, for someone like that, is the only way to start doing exercise. She couldn't walk. She had no cartilage left, and it was just this horrible situation. So we tried modifying her diet to help her lose weight, and that worked, but she wasn't losing weight fast enough because she literally couldn't move her body around. Mm-hmm. And so I said, let's try something experimental and see what happens. This is not, I'm not making any promises here. Let's just see what happens. And we decided the problem with cartilage is that it doesn't have any nerves, right? That's why it's there. It's there so it doesn't hurt when our bones are moving, right? Mm-hmm. And because it doesn't have any nerves, there's nothing to tell the brain when it's gone. Right. And by that point, the area starts getting really inflamed. And so there's nothing to tell the brain, to tell the body to increase cartilage growth, right? So we just used hypnosis to do it. We said, let's grow that cartilage back. And again, within 3 months, she's walking for about half an hour every single day. And that plus eating better and having better habits and everything else really helped her start losing a lot of weight. And it just made all the difference in the world.
Yes, it's amazing how powerful the mind can be. So, you know, if these people are getting these type of results, imagine what it's like if you're looking to just lose a certain amount of weight or increase your health or to, you know, to have a wealth mentality or to stop smoking or anything like that. It's amazing how strong the mind can be to actually have control over our bodies and our lives. It's awesome. Tellman, thank you so much for joining me today. You have been a wealth of information. If people want to find out more about you, where can we send them?
Yeah, so here's something pretty cool that we're going to do. So as I said, we're expanding my hypnosis practice globally using online hypnosis, which is not something that really anybody else is doing out there that I'm aware of. And so what I'd like to do is give all of your viewers a free hypnosis session online on specifically wealth and abundance.
Great.
Right? And so I charge $2,500 for a one-on-one session with me over Skype, right? So $2,500 value, you can go and you can register. There are going to be a couple of spots open. You can schedule it in, and then we'll do a hypnosis session together on wealth and abundance, and we'll supercharge your mind for it. It'll be awesome.
Great. And what's the URL for that?
Yeah, you can go to thenewhypnotists.com/mindmovies. So thenewhypnotists.com/mindmovies. Thenewhypnotists.com/mindmovies.
Wonderful. And if you just click on the banner to the side there, it'll take you straight through to that site so you can take advantage of that amazing offer. Thanks, Tellman, for everything. So thanks for joining us today.
Well, thank you. That was great.
And guys, I encourage you to share this video and the information in it by clicking the Facebook and the Twitter share buttons above. And if you haven't done so already, make sure that you put your email in the box above here. I would like to send you my Manifesting with the Masters video e-course. It includes masters like Bob Proctor, John Assaraf, Marcy Shimoff, Joe Vitale. It's valued at $87 and I'd like to send it to you for free. So make sure that you put your email in the box above there. So until next time, remember to live large, choose courageously, and love without limits. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching this video. Now before you go, do you want to learn the insider secrets to welcoming more abundance, more love, and more happiness into your life from some of the world's most inspiring personal growth gurus? Then be sure to click the link below now to subscribe to the Inspiration Show community and be one of the first to find out about brand new episodes of the show. You're absolutely going to love what we have coming up in store for you. Plus, you'll instantly receive a free copy of my Manifesting with the Masters video e-course featuring some of the biggest stars from the movie The Secret, teaching you how to manifest your dream life faster and easier than you ever thought possible. So to get your free copy, be sure to click on the link below now. I'm Natalie Ledwell. Thanks again for watching, and until next time, remember to live large, choose courageously, and love without limits. I'll see you soon.